I guess that's why they call it Instant Pot chili. Hey guys, so welcome back to Wolfemonsters. Today I'm going to be making Instant Pot chili. So doing the daddy daycare thing this weekend, and need an easy and quick meal that I can just cook up while he is taking a nap. So this is pretty basic. On today's episode I will be using not the pressure cooker setting, but I will also actually be using the, where is it at? The slow cook setting. So I have 8 hours a day, so I'm just going to use the slow cook function, but you can use the pressure cook function. So yeah, today's an easy and quick one. Just got out of Facebook jail from the grinder video with the cast iron pan on that. Apparently that was a big no-no to have a grinder anywhere around a cast iron pan, even though I said don't use it. So yeah, today should be a safe one. I don't think I'm going to get in trouble for this. So I hope you enjoy, and if you do, hit that subscribe button and give me a thumbs up. Hope you guys are enjoying these, and more episodes coming soon. Maybe grenade launcher versus cast iron pan. We'll see what happens then. Alright, thanks guys. Beef broth. Oh, so yeah, real quick, this stuff, wifey made this actually in the Instant Pot. It's the old new rage. It's a gut healthy beef broth that you can put in all your recipes. We've been doing chicken and beef recently, and it's awesome. If you want to see how to make this in an Instant Pot, leave me a comment below. Alright, so what we're going to do first is we're going to go ahead and plug in our Instant Pot, and we're going to use the sauté function. Nice thing about the Instant Pot is you don't have to use a lot of pots. It's just kind of a one-stop shop for cooking. So what we're going to do is we're going to hit our sauté button. We're going to let that warm for about 3 minutes so it gets the bottom of the pan nice and warm. Add a tablespoon of olive oil, and this will help our beef not to stick to the bottom of the pan. Add our beef. And then we'll go ahead and brown the beef until it's cooked pretty much all the way through. Alright, so the sauté function has been on for probably about 3 minutes. Our pan is nice and warm, so now we're going to go ahead and add our olive oil. This is about 1 teaspoon. We'll go ahead and let that sit there, and this will help it from sticking so bad. While that's happening, we're going to go ahead and just get our ground beef ready. Which, by the way, this is organic ground beef. We get this from Harris Teeter. 85% lean, 15% fat, no added antibiotics. Also, now while it's sauteing, I'm going to go ahead and add some of my pepper to it. Which the recipe that we're using, we should use about a tablespoon. And I've done this enough now, I know exactly 17.5 grinds of this is a teaspoon. Just kidding, I have no idea. Just a touch drives my wife insane. We're going to go ahead and give that about a pinch and a half. Again, and below in the description you'll find all of the details, written out directions for this. Cool. Also going to go ahead and add my garlic to it. Boom. Perfect. Go ahead and keep just kind of stirring this up, making sure it's not sticking to the bottom, which since we preheated it below, works great. If you want to see a cool trick, it's called the cast iron hack. Go to the page, check it out. It kind of talks about how preheating a pan really helps not non-stick stuff to the bottom. Well, now I'm going to go ahead and add our cumin. Cayenne pepper, which this is about a pinch, so be careful with that stuff. And our chili powder, which this is a little higher dose. cool thing about the Instant Pot is we're not going to have to do anything after this. So we literally just add in our other ingredients. So go ahead and doing all your spices now is not going to hurt anything. Then once we get to the end and everything's starting to look pretty cooked all the way through, I go ahead and actually put in 1 tablespoon of garlic. You want to do this towards the end because this stuff burns pretty fast. Alright, cool. So it looks like our meat is pretty much cooked all the way through. I'm going to go ahead and do my 1 tablespoon of garlic. Put it right in the middle. And I'm going to go ahead and turn off this sauté function because now we're just going to add our other ingredients to it. Alright, so now we've pretty much added all of our spices and we're good to go. So the first thing I'm going to add is I'm going to go ahead and add my diced tomatoes. Which, during summertime, which I know is kind of weird to make during the summer is chilly, but we use from our garden a lot of our fresh tomatoes. So go ahead and dump that in. Coolest thing is I'm not having to get out of this pot at all. This is why the Instant Pot is so easy. One of the reasons. Now I'm going to go ahead and add my light red kidney beans. Go ahead and just add it straight in. Alright, next up is our tomato sauce, which I made a mistake the last time that I made this recipe. Didn't add the tomato sauce, and some of the people that were eating it was like, huh, something seems a little off, and you just don't have that red texture, tomatoey taste that you generally find in chili. So we're going to go ahead and add that in. And now for our delicious bone broth. And so this recipe actually calls for 1.5 cups. So we started doing the whole minimalist thing at home, and we don't have a measuring cup anymore. So I use a mason jar, believe it or not, and on here on the side it shows you what about a 1.5 cup is. Probably can't see it on the camera, but it is labeled. So go ahead and add that. This stuff's awesome, by the way. We've been using it in everything. It's a gut healthy concoction, which is just bone broth, and it's not expensive because we make it ourselves. If you do, like I said before, if you want to see how we make that, or I give all the credit to the wifey, she makes it. I'll ask her if she can make a video if you want to leave a comment below. Cool. Alright, now I'm going to top it off with just a little bit of pepper. Another dash of salt. Now we're going to go ahead and add our onion that we chopped up earlier. Give that a quick stir. Again, just kind of making sure to get that beef off the bottom because we were sauteing it earlier. And we just want to make sure it doesn't stick. It's already starting to look really good. Alright, cool. Let me get you out of the bird's eye view and I'll show you what the next steps are. Alright, the cool thing about the Instant Pot is other than it being a one-stop shop for everything, you can use the pressure cook function if you need to cook something pretty quick, which we do our white chicken chili recipe in the pressure cook setting. But today, since I have a little bit more time and we're not working, I'm actually going to use the slow cook function. So I'm going to turn that on and I'm going to put it on for about 8 hours. The key, the reason I keep showing this, is this thing has a vent hood on it, right? So you want to make sure this is forward, and this is going to allow air to go ahead and release as it cooks. If you were going to use the pressure cook function, you simply just move that forward and it's going to lock it up tight. So for us, we're going to keep this forward, put our lid on, put it on, turn to the right, and we'll come check this thing back in 8 hours. So yeah, pretty simple. The next part, it'll look good. So thanks. Alright, so it's been 8 hours and we're going to give this thing a look. So, let's take a look and see how this is. Oh yeah, very nice. So I'm going to go ahead and get a ladle, get this out of there, and we'll see how it tastes. that work?
Cancel.
Oh!